darlings, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so very much for tuning into this video. If you're an oldie, if you're really part of the family, an auntie, brother, sister, father, uncle, mother of the family, welcome back, honey. Thank you so much for the support and the love. I truly appreciate it. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the love and the support. I appreciate it too. And please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button down below. It will cost you absolutely nothing, but it will mean a whole lot to me. I'm on a journey to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So guys, let's get there. Okay, let's get there. Today I am going to be sharing something that I think if I had to really sit down and write it down and write everything down, honey, I would write a book or several books thereof. Being a person in my mid-20s right now, I turned 26 this year in August. I've seen a lot. Like, I don't know it all by no means, but I've been through a lot, and I've been under so much pressure in my 20s and seen things, experienced things, some that I even didn't have to. And I wish somebody had told me the things that I'm about to share with you today before I entered my 20s, when I was in high school, or even during my 20s. It would have helped me a whole lot, but I'm here to bridge the gap. And so I'm going to be sharing with you guys things that I feel like everybody in their 20s has got to hear, they need to know. Okay, so I wrote everything down in my notes app on my phone so that I don't blab on too much, because I tend to do that sometimes, well, most times. But anyway, the first thing is, you don't need to have everything figured out. You absolutely do not. Like, I want to see that person, that one person who told people that by the age of 25, you must have a car, you must have a job, you must have a house or a down payment on a house, you must have everything figured out, know exactly where your career is going, have this and this position in an organization if you're doing this and this career. By the age of 25, you should be married, you should have children, or at least have a child. If you're married, you should have a child. Who set the peg at 25? Like, you know, you think sometimes, like, influenced by society and hearing what people say around you, you're influenced to think that when you're growing up. And then you get to 25, and then you get into your 20s and you realize, life ain't always what you think it ought to be, you know, and like, things are quite different. You know that song that we could do, like, I got life, give me dinga, and then when you get there, you realize, okay, it's different. But I'm here to tell you, you don't have to have everything figured out. Like, I found myself really stressed out at the brink of depression. I think I was depressed at some point, thinking, oh my word, where's my life going? Why don't I have like such a vision like some other people? Why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? And then if you put comparison into the mix and you start comparing yourself to other people who are your age, oh my gosh, like that is a recipe for disaster. But I'm here to tell you, honey, you in your 20s, your mid-20s, your early 20s, your late 20s, you don't need to have everything figured out. Yes, just waking up, eating, sleeping, waking up again the next morning is not an okay place to be in life. But at some point you find yourself in that space, and all you have to do is let go and let God, like, let God lead you, and just take each and every day as it comes, because you really, actually, you cannot have everything figured out. You could plan and plan, but maybe God has other plans for you. But you don't need to have everything figured out. Don't put yourself under pressure. Don't feel like don't have that fear of missing out, or feel like you're missing out on life because you don't have something that your peer has. You're not doing something that your peer is doing. No, don't do that to yourself, because you cannot, you should not, and you don't need to have everything in life figured out. Number 2, strive for excellence, not perfection. A lot of us find ourselves stretching ourselves beyond our limits, or not reaching our potential, because we tend to set a peg comparing ourselves to other people, which, oh, if I get to where Ninki is, then I'd have made it in life. But that's not the way to go. Strive for excellence. Like, you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to know where you're going. Like, this is closely linked to point number 1. You don't have, like, you could know that the space I'm in right now is not the space where I want to be for the rest of my life, but strive for excellence at each and every stage that you're in your life. Like if you find yourself doing a certain course or doing something that you don't want to be doing, while you're at it, honey, give it your 100%, give it your best, because you do not know who is watching. Maybe the person who's going to give you an opportunity for you to study or do something that you love is actually watching you do something that you do not love. And it's in those moments where we're in spaces we don't want to be that we like express ourselves in certain ways where people will see, okay, fine, this person can work this way if they find themselves in this kind of situation, maybe while doing the thing that they love. So strive for excellence in each and everything that you do at each and every stage in your life. Be it you are a starting out artist, don't say, okay, no, I'm gonna slack and just like put minimum effort into this just because this is not where I want to be. But when I become big, that's when I'm going to start like working out and keeping this kind of body. That's when I'm going to start practicing and investing in my craft. Start investing in yourself now. Strive for excellence at each and every stage that you're in your life. Okay. Number 3, do you for you. I always say that if a decision is going to kill me, let me be the one to make that decision. Okay. Let me be the one to make that decision, because if you make certain decisions in your life based on what people tell you, if it doesn't work out for you, at the end of the day, all those people are going to have to offer are apologies. That's all. But you're the one who's going to have to live with the consequences and results of your actions and those decisions. You understand? So do you for you. If you're caught in between a space where people are telling you don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, I'm not saying don't listen to people's advice. Listen to people's advice, take people's advice, but it's of applying it to your life. Take it with a grain of salt, if not a salt shaker or a whole 50 kg sack of salt, because some things don't apply to you. Like, see if you can relate to it. Does it apply to your life? Does it fit into your situation? And then take applying that advice from there. But at the end of the day, do you for you. If you lose, you learn. If you gain, it's fine, but let the person who makes the ultimate decision when it comes to, especially when it comes to major life decisions, be you. I wish I had known this a long time ago, when like before I lost some opportunities, before I lost some people in my life. Actually, I wish I would have known this and reached a stage of having this conviction that a person could say, don't leave this person or don't be friends with this person, but at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to have to live with the decisions that you make or that you don't make. So do you for you at each and every stage of your life, especially in your 20s, which are like your early 20s, which are like the formative years of your life and your adulthood. Okay. And then point number 4, stop dating for marriage before the age of 25. Okay, let me not put a peg to it, but I'm just saying in your early 20s especially, like, stop dating for marriage. Because if you look at it, your early 20s, if you went the university route, you're finishing university, you're figuring out which career path you want to take, or if you're like turning 20, you're figuring out which courses you want to major in whatever degree program you're doing. If you went to college, you're also now figuring out where you want your life to go, which country do you want to settle in, do you want to proceed with school, do you want to now go into the working environment. Like, those are the formative years of your life, of your adult life, and you don't need a commitment, like such a deep commitment of marriage lingering over you, influencing you making those major life decisions. I've seen people let go of scholarships, of like life-changing opportunities because of their partner, because they were invested in a relationship, but then a year down the line they break up and they are bawling their eyes out, they're depressed, and all they can say is, oh, with what I sacrificed for him, with what I gave him, with what I let go for him, he is now leaving me, he now cheated on me. Honey, you don't need to have the commitment of marriage hanging over your head when you're making such life decisions. Like, my point is, before you're centered, before you know yourself and you know certain things, like at least the pathway where you want your life to go, don't commit to somebody else, because that person will be like, don't commit to somebody else for life. Okay, you should not have another whole human being or the responsibility of a commitment to another person be hanging over you when you're making life decisions. Let your life decisions be made by you, be influenced by you, and not by anybody else. Okay. And then point number 5, invest in yourself. Consume content, read books that actually edify you. Read books that edify you, that grow your mind. Invest in yourself physically, eat healthy, work out. Some of the diseases that people suffer with in old age are actually influenced or are actually formed or gotten by the English, some of the diseases that chronic diseases and illnesses that actually people have in their old ages are caused by, that's the word I was looking for, are caused by some of the habits that you had when you were growing up in your early 20s or in your teenage years. So just make sure that you make life decisions and you also invest in yourself physically. What you eat, do you work out, your heart rate, things like that. Like, make sure that you invest in yourself physically, health-wise, mentally. Your mental health matters. Deal with your childhood traumas and make sure that you leave them behind before you start making major life decisions that are going to influence your adult life in your early, mid, and late 20s. So invest in yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. Have a relationship with God. You understand? Just have a relationship with God. Be prayerful. Be centered in Him. Like, you gotta believe in something in this life. Like, with everything that is going on around us, you have got to believe in something. So invest in yourself, build yourself up, okay? Let another person that is going to come into your life as a friend or as a partner or as a business partner, as a life partner, come and join into the 100% of yourself that will be available, that you invested in, and they will bring their own 100%, and you guys will build a legacy together. Just don't sleep on yourself in your early 20s, your mid 20s. Build yourself up, okay? And then number 6, follow your dreams. The quote is sometimes, I feel like sometimes it's a scam-ish. What I mean is, yes, follow your dreams, never let go of your passions and things that you're passionate about, pursue them always. But sometimes, for example, in my case, I went on a degree that is like worlds apart from the things that I'm passionate about, which is film and media, being in the creative space. But I still like what I did, and now I've come to realize that I like certain aspects of the program that I did. For example, food science, food biotechnology, agricultural biotechnology. That's my forte. That's what I really love and what I like, and I'm really interested in, like, passionate in discovering more things in that field. But if I pursue that and I get the financial security, if like you have a degree in something, maybe let's say it's finance, you could pursue that career for like 6 months, a year. It's a very short time for you to sacrifice for you to actually follow your dreams for the rest of your life. If you get a really proper good salary from that occupation, you can then finance you comfortably pursuing your dreams. So just blatantly, blindly following your dreams sometimes is a scam. Like, follow your dreams, go for what you love, don't look to the right or look to the left, don't listen to anybody who's telling you not to do what you... Sometimes, honey, you gotta calm down, sit down, be in touch with reality and see what actually works for you. Like, imagine you want to be a writer, but you have a degree in, let's say, biotechnology like I do. You could pursue a career in biotechnology, build up your finances for a certain period of time, and then you can actually comfortably follow your passion and enjoy following your passion. Because sometimes following your passion and knowing that this month's rent, groceries, your kids' school fees, like everything has got to come out of that passion, can sometimes take the fun out of enjoying something that you love. But if you have that financial stability and security from elsewhere, if you can't get it from the thing you're passionate about, if you can get it from elsewhere, then by all means do that, and then finance you following your dreams. You can do it so comfortably knowing that there's a trust fund set for your kids, like you have money aside for emergencies and things like that, you know. So sometimes follow your dreams, like blindly following your dreams, is a scam. Like, sometimes you have to be in touch with reality. And then the last one, number 7, leave. Just leave. Like, allow yourself to experience life at each and every stage, to experience each and every emotion that is stirred up in you by whatever situation or whatever person. Like, allow yourself to live and don't put yourself under pressure. Like, your 20s, believe me, 20s come with a whole lot of pressure. They do, and I'm here to tell you that it is absolutely not necessary. The pressure, not necessary, not worth it. Don't make decisions under pressure, because more than half the time you will regret the decisions that you make under pressure. So don't allow yourself to be pressurized by the people around you. Don't allow yourself to put pressure on yourself. Just breathe and just live life. Okay, so like I said, you guys, we've reached the time limit for the video. I want to keep my videos for Vlogtober under 15 minutes if I can. Like, yeah, that's my threshold. So like I said, I could write a book if I could about this, like about things that I feel like people in their 20s and the formative years of their lives should hear. But this is all that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. Thank you so much for watching until this point in this video. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. Comment any other life tips that you'd want anyone in their 20s to know. Leave them in the comment section down below. I promise you will help someone. So comment in the comment section down below on anything that you feel like someone in their 20s needs to know, anything that I didn't mention in the video. If you agree with something that I mentioned in the video, like, put that in the comment section down below, maybe related to a life experience that you have experienced or things that you're actually experiencing right now in your 20s. Until we meet again in another video, stay fine with your fine selves, stay amazing, stay blessed. Join me tomorrow in another Vlogtober video.